Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the Aurora run on Bloodstained Ritual tonight on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, after having successfully dealt with Zangetsu 2, we're going to go upgrade our friends a little bit and then move into the Den of Behemoths.
Friend upgrade.
Ah, yes.
Make more powerful friends. Say the power of friendship is not enough. You need the power of friendship level 2 plus.
Actually, it looks a majority of our friends are going to be level 7 or higher by the end of the game. Robert's the only one that we don't have above level 7 yet. Well, there's Agnes, but we'll be able to get to Agnes to 7 before the end, because Agnes just needs diamonds, I think. Saving.
Which reminds me of the upgrade partner system in Paper Mario 2. That of course your favorite friends would be the ones who get upgraded first.
Now, are you going to upgrade Mario first, or are you going to upgrade Scout Koopa?
Goombario.
Okay.
You want to upgrade Goombario because his head bonk has double strike as long as you nail the sweet timing right.
Right.
Because if you nail the sweet timing, I mean, you deal... Because it kind of sucks that he only deals a total of 2 damage. I mean, the Koopa was the same. I can't remember Paper Mario 1 Koopa's name. It sucks that he only deals 2 damage, but god damn does he get more powerful once you give him the friendship upgrade. Shazibi.
Yeah. The big reason why I ask those because Goombario and Goombella both get Tattle, right?
They start with Tattle, yeah.
Right. When
honestly, it makes
Aurora gave pursuit through a portal in the Crimson Moon. With her companions resolute, the princess vanished from the room.
The moon.
An impending battle her quest subsumed. Unto hope Aurora tightly held. Though perhaps, or very likely doomed, she vowed the curse to quell.
Giant soldier of stone!
Behold, the Den of Behemoths. An area that most of the community has got a bit of a problem with because it honestly feels very lazy to have this area in the game. To be perfectly honest, it's a twist. It's more or less a twist on the Garden of Silence with us being significantly smaller as even though all of the enemies and set dressing in here is that it is a large room. It really isn't. We're just smaller than everything.
Wait a minute. We're not getting smaller. He's getting bigger. Oh, what is it, Wonka? Some kind of fun house?
Fun houses.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That's a movie that I don't actually have the fondest of memories of. I understand that all of the kids from my era are supposed to have really fond memories of it, but like, there's only a couple of moments in it that really stick out to me. Of course, we have the boat ride of insanity and each of the musical numbers, but even then, only a couple of the musical numbers have ever actually stayed with me.
I mean, dude, I've lost count of how many times I've had the Oompa Loompa song stuck in my head to the point where I have to start singing it out loud.
Mostly because the Oompa Loompa song is actually really catchy. The thing is, only the extended version of the song ever actually stays with me, though.
So, let me express this to you in mathematical terms. Let X be the measure of how much you enjoy Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Let Y be the measure of how much you like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Both of these numbers will retain value regardless of how much you like the other. The only stipulation is that X must be larger than Y.
Probably. Yeah.
And I'm not saying greater than or equal to, because there is no equality. The X is always greater than Y in this case.
Yay, another diamond.
The giant enemies. Huh. It wasn't a real boulder!
The giant Mokos underneath the rocks. Now, in order to trigger them, however, you have to actually stand on the rocks for a little bit, which means that Aurora and Bloodless specifically have the ability to just totally skip those encounters for the most part.
I mean, they all can. They all gain the ability of flight at some point.
But Miriam can actually skip getting the ability to fly. Well, technically can skip the ability of flight. I mean, Miriam's invert is effectively flight at this point in the game.
Jeez. I mean, dare I say, the dragons actually lose their impact when they're giant size because you can't see their heads that well.
Well, there's that, and there's the fact that we've already taken down him when he was a boss, so...
I mean, so basically you're attacking a belly and a front pair of claws and a chin.
Yeah, and although those actually do a significant amount of damage, they're still, because the claw attack, because the claw and tail attack can be parried, they honestly lose a lot of their threats, specifically with any of the characters that have decent parries. Katana Miriam is just honestly one of the more fun playstyles in the game, and I'll probably stick to it. Well, either Katana or Greatsword Miriam for a majority of that run.
Well, I have noticed you, Giant Rat. I have noticed you have been successfully parrying the dragon type enemies quite often.
Yeah, mostly because their attacks are telegraphed enough for me to be able to do so.
God, she's right on top of my head, isn't she? She better not be.
Yeah, but she can't actually hurt me up
Where'd you
there,
go?
so it's not really important. Like, the only attack that Aurora gets access to that can actually damage the giant cannons while she's on top of them is Helm Splitter, and that's likely to throw her off of them. So.
Well, see, again, I don't get like I get the Den of Behemoths. We are a behemoth is defined as a large bestial creature, or or something like a Leviathan. Not quite Leviathan size. Leviathan is like a step up
not
from
as big as
Behemoth.
Leviathan, but Behemoth does show up in the Bible. So
you could see that we're a little bit smaller than we should be because, I mean, those are handrails that we're walking past on the stairs, and they are well above Aurora's shoulders, so they are not exactly conducive to steadying oneself whilst going up or down the stairs, because you would have to fucking lift your hand above your head in order to grasp onto it.
Slay another Abyssal Guardian.
Yay.
Alright, so we are coming up on the boss fight for the Den of Behemoths. Honestly, Aurora has got one of the most fair boss fights, aside from the fact that she does way more damage than she should, and she gets to skip the second phase for this upcoming fight.
Giant cannon. What a stupid concept.
Well, again, a lot of the enemies in here are effectively just reused from either the Garden of Silence or earlier in the game, specifically because of that's the level of aesthetic that we're going for.
No, and it is amazing how all you have to do is just put a giant version of the thing, and it works. Reminds me of honestly, it reminds me now of the giant mud crab from Oblivion. It's a character that you find in only one dungeon, because I think they have a lot of weird oh, that's a giant dude in the background. It's a character that you find in only one dungeon, and it should scare the ever-loving shit out of you. Oh, hello there.
So, yeah, I did mention that Aurora has the most fair version of this fight. That was before I remembered. Oh wait, we've got hazard protection, so we can just literally sit on top of Valefar's head here.
That is so stupid.
Yeah, Valefar doesn't actually have the ability to do anything to us whilst we're on here, except for the coin cannon. And because Aurora's not allowed to collect gold, she gets to skip phase 2 of Valefar.
Okay, now wait.
Seriously, I should have. If I had known Aurora was this motherfucking powerful, I would have played through this blind on hard mode. But I didn't know that Aurora was going to be this goddamn powerful. So,
Mary Sue syndrome.
not necessarily Mary Sue. I mean, she is super overpowered, definitely. But the power isn't honestly the point of her story. The point of her story is to rescue her friends and to kill the curse on the castle. I mean, it's not very
superpowers.
difficult for her to do, but the journey itself is still worthwhile, in my opinion.
God damn, giant boars. Definitely the scariest
Yeah,
of the
giant viewer, no
enemies.
character really gets good answers for. Like Bloodless gets the best answers for it,
Ah.
but that's after she goes through some optional areas that I probably will not be showing off because I don't want to go through them again.
Man, I've always been a little gun-shy after I ran into Giant Mr. Everywhere while recording Jack's 55th birthday party in Resident Evil 7. I cannot replicate the sheer terror of running into something that is not its normal size.
More MP max up.
Yay.
Alright, so now we're going to go into the final area of the game, Mr. Cloud.
Yay.
And as with Dante's journey through hell in Dante's Inferno, behold the Glacial Tomb.
We have made it to Lake Cocytus.
Now it's supposed to be Cocytus, right?
C-O-C-Y-T-U-S. Cocytus.
All right. I always pronounce it as Cocytus, but so is Cocytus the wolf then? No, the wolf is Plutus.
Plutus. The she-wolf.
No. The she-wolf is the wolf that raised Remus and Romulus.
Oh yeah, that's why Dante makes mention of a she-wolf. Because Remus and Romulus discovered Rome.
No, well, founded Rome.
Discovered.
I mean, if you want to give them credit for discovering something that they built, I suppose you can do that, but we're not supposed to do that anymore.
Yeah, founded would be a closer term.
Dang it, nothing under here.
But why is it there?
Because we've already gotten one MP max up, and the other one is probably being protected by the Grummery walls.
Excuse me, coming through. Can't flying over you.
Ack! Material! Grab the material and the level up.
Monkey cannon.
Guizin, but yeah.
Gujin cannon.
I'm gonna keep pronouncing Guizin, dude.
Guji. Very Guji. Some might call it Gougeois.
No, because that would make it a French term, and Aurora's supposed to be German, not French.
German.
No, they're gold.
It's a German legend. There's always a mountain in there somewhere.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Hansel and Gretel doesn't have any mountains in it.
Well, they're in the woods. There's a cannon, but off in the distance is a mountain.
No, but it doesn't actually factor into the story at all.
It doesn't, but it is there. Why? Because it's a German legend. That's why.
I do honestly like how Queen Aurora's design here. Her flowing hair is a bit distracting, yes, but mostly because it's flowing a bit too much.
Well, I bet she's really missing that pair of shoes now because her feet have got to be frozen walking through this place.
I'm relatively certain that she's wearing extended stockings, but she might not be. I don't know. Got another copy of Agnes.
Summon guitar solo. This would make this the second game we've played where you use rock and roll / metal as an attack on your enemies.
No, third, because even though I didn't actually show it off that much, that's what Navon in DMC3 is supposed to do. Alright, Gen. Stab them! Oh, sorry, Gen is actually the cryo rate spell. Oh well.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Repeat that one more time. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Can you repeat that one more time? Oh, okay, I heard you the first time.
Then why'd you have me repeat it 3 times?
Because it is funny, that's why.
No, they're max MP up. Yay.
Yay. Always
So,
check the walls.
after we go into the save room, next part we will start the fight with Grimory. Put Rubella back on because we want the heal spell. Alright, everyone. Be safe. Saving.
One of the more important save rooms.
Yeah, because it's the second to last boss in the game, so it's important to have a save room here.